She said that American soccer fans, most of them aren't smart. They don't know the game. They don't understand.
Gio.
That guy gazpacho.
Sports can take a lame gorilla, okay?
Right, did you know that Arsenal died?
He's got me buzzing.
Up the TOFFEEs. It's hard to up them anyway.
I'm just not gonna comment on that.
Welcome back to Footy with the Boys, and welcome back to the Premier League season. Welcome into the updated studio here, boys. We got the neon sign. We'll get that in focus at a certain point, but it is here, a nice neon sign, along with the flag. Nick, two flags here. What a studio we have really made. There's gonna be even more coming, so stay tuned. Subscribe just for that.
A little bit
Not
more.
that much more. There's gonna be more. Though. We're gonna go through the off the pitch. Let you know what we're up to. Big news from the weekend. There's a lot of news going on right now, especially around Isak, Liverpool, Newcastle, fighting like it's a reality TV show. There's some transfers. We'll get you update on all of that, of course. Get you up to date on the Gunners and the Toffees here for featured matchups. Man City hosting Spurs and Newcastle versus Liverpool. Lock of the week. We have the prize from last season here.
We do.
And then the U.S. men's national team corner will be a juicy one here. Subscribe, like, before we even get into it. But off the pitch, Mike, the South Pond didn't get to play this weekend due to the air and water show here in Chicago hiking up parking prices, so they canceled games.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the old GCSL here?
No good thoughts. The Air and Water Show, for those who don't reside in Chicago, happens every single year at the same time, so it's not a surprise.
Where do you reside?
I reside in Chicago. Flags resides in Chicago.
I do.
Nick resides in Chicago
First
adjacent,
time
Oak Park.
I heard it. Planes going overhead. If you don't know, it's like military planes just flying so close.
It's a cool show.
Residential areas. Thought we were in a terrorist attack. I was like, oh fuck.
It's
Random
very
summer day,
loud.
and I'm about to
Thought
die.
that was it.
Yeah,
And
you
then
see
I-
F-16s
and then I saw
flying in
it.
formation overhead. It's pretty cool.
Well, like Google just
But South Pond, we play
terrorist
at
attack.
Diversity Park, right on
Yes.
Lakeshore Drive,
don't dox us.
where people go to watch the planes during the Air and Water Show. And first game of the day, apparently the referees showed up, were pissed about having to pay $50 for parking.
That's also fair, though. I'd
fair.
be down.
There's
I'd be down to
parking
cancel.
There is street parking
It's
everywhere.
the third largest city in America.
And you can Uber,
Second city.
taxi, bus, train. There's a plethora of ways to get there. Instead of putting out a memo and saying, hey, prepare for this, they just decided to scrap the rest of the games for the weekend, which is quite a bummer.
Why
As
you guys-
South Pond was on a derby weekend
Oh,
against Lakeview. So TBD on the derby. We'll have to get it rescheduled for later this season.
You guys are so negatively.
Imagine the Premier League
Set in
cancels
minds.
Everton
You
versus
got a free
Liverpool.
break.
Imagine,
Free break.
Imagine
Free break.
they cancel
What
the
do you think I was
Manchester
doing all
Derby
weekend?
over
Hanging
parking.
out with your parents.
I showed up to 11:30 breakfast brunch with my parents on Sunday
Yeah.
in full kit, ready for my game.
Full kit. Ladies
I
and
proceeded
gentlemen.
to walk around the city in full kit the rest of the day, including a 5 o'clock dinner in full kit. The
You were
day
in
did not
Chicago
pan
and
out the way
saw
I
a
expected.
kid
Yeah, but you didn't have to pay
walking
$50.
around and in
Did
a
not have
South
to pay
Pond
$50.
kit the entire
Never would have
day.
paid $50.
Shout out to Mama and Papa Tracy.
Shout out the parents.
Shout out the parents for dealing with their kid walking around in
Full
a
kit wanker
full kit
all day,
This is the
All
kid
the
we
way through
raised.
Chicago.
Fuck.
including compression shorts.
What
Ouchie mama.
an outfit you had on
Sweaty balls.
for exploring the Windy City here. Speaking of some interesting decisions that people aren't too happy with, Alexander Isak still going on with his saga, and today, on Tuesday, quite a bit of updates regarding that saga. He came out with a social media post essentially saying, you guys don't know what I know. There's a lot behind the scenes that was promised to me that they are not doing. Newcastle, instead of letting their star player say something out loud and kind of not trying to get into one big thing, they come out with their own statement saying, he is under contract. We have no intention of selling him. We made no promises. This is all untrue. Isak said in that statement something along the lines of, once this stuff has happened, there is no going back to build that trust. There is no regaining the relationship. I think the relationship is going to cost 150 fucking million to end. I think you got to get couples counseling here or something, because how else do you solve this? Liverpool already spent a crazy amount, and it's really only them that could.
This is
Get him?
classic. This is also classic, like off the pitch stuff that's gonna bleed onto the pitch. You know, like there's no way he's in his best shape right now. There's no way he's just ready to rock and roll.
Play.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like he can transfer tomorrow. He can sign a new contract. Like this is stuff that this is like negative vibes in the locker room. Like you're Jamal Lascelles. You don't like hearing this on Instagram, you know?
Yeah, you're being asked about it by everyone in your family.
Yeah,
everybody in
that's just a tough situation to be in. I don't know how it gets resolved. I was talking to you a little bit earlier, Flags. I keep going back and forth. Yesterday, I was like, he's going to end up at Liverpool for sure. That was my thought all weekend. After seeing what Newcastle said today, I don't.
And what he said.
But I mean, it seems like
They're
he
both-
clearly still wants out. I put more of the blame here on Isak. I think very clearly he wanted to leave. I think people probably told him you can go for the right price, and he took that to mean, you know,
He'll go.
Yeah, he'll go. But I always point the finger at whoever makes it public first, because this stuff is always better kept in-house. Isak felt the need to go on Instagram today, and so Newcastle responded likewise, which is also petty. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough situation. Happy we ended up with Gyökeres instead. So I guess it's someone else's problem now, but we will see what happens. I really don't know how it's going to end.
I think it'll end up in a loan move. Kind of reminds me of Osimhen and Napoli a couple years ago, where
That ended horribly.
it ended horribly. But the real issue was he was so expensive, and there's only a few clubs that can make that offer, and all of them already have their striker or a few strikers. So no one's going to pay that bill at the time being. They'll wait for
really
his
only
contract to
Liverpool.
expire or for his value to dip. So it seems like a loan move is the only option. Otherwise, he's going to be deducted his wages. He's not going to play.
If the window's over, he's going to play at some point. He just is.
He's going to be forced to.
Yeah.
Or he's not going to get his wages.
He's not going to take 4 months off. And if he does, then no one's buying him in January.
But that's the thing
anyways.
is, it would just tank his value to a point where a lot more teams get into the
I
race at
don't
least.
think he would. I guess I really don't know what's going on with the situation. I thought you said something good too, though. Even if he does go to Liverpool, Flags is like they already signed Ekitike. He looks
looks
sweet
great.
2 weeks into his
His
Liverpool
work rate is
career.
crazy into
Yeah,
their
that
system.
dude pops up all over the place. We'll talk about
Comp
Liverpool
lines,
here in a second,
yeah.
but like, I still think Liverpool need more in attack. But do they need $150 million Isak in attack? Probably not. If I'm being
Overkill,
honest,
yeah.
like there's probably other opportunities out there in the closing days of the window. So we'll see, bro. I don't know. It's looking tight. We'll
I
see.
also don't know if Isak. I mean, he's obviously an insanely good player. He can fit
Yeah,
in, but
he's
I
not
don't,
worth
I
that
don't think
much.
he's a great fit for now what they have with.
He can play the
Ekitike.
wing, and so
Yeah,
can
but
Ekitike.
He can play it, and so can him. But
Not
is that
like
really
he-
where you want them? Do you want one of them can play out there rather than where they should be at striker?
Alba was
And
sick
Ekitike
on the
looked
left
great
wing with
with-
Lacombe.
I don't know, but
I mean,
Newcastle needs a striker, though. I mean, they played Anthony
Yeah.
Gordon through the middle against Villa.
where can they find a striker? Maybe Alexander Isak.
That's so.
I mean, literally watching them, it was like, holy shit, they really need
They were-
somebody that can
What a
finish chance.
snooze that game was. My buddy at work that I just made, I make friends. No
Oh, I was
big deal.
pissed
Big
waking up to
deal.
watch that so early.
He's a Villa fan.
Oh my God.
And he was upset about it. Like he was like, yeah, I'm happy we held on after the red card, but
Yeah, Villa went down to 10 men and they still couldn't do anything. 'cause
Newcastle was trash.
They need that difference.
They were both
maker.
bad.
They need
though.
Isak.
Neither of them were good.
No.
And at this point,
But
Šeško's
Anthony
already
Gordon
gone,
playing the nine
TK's
is
gone.
a long-term solution.
I like
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon.
I do, too. Not really.
Did.
But he's a good player
Did.
in his position.
yeah, certainly a lot going on there with Isak. So stay tuned to our socials. We'll certainly retweet, quote tweet all the funniest, stupid things coming out about that thing. Because
As we retweet Fabrizio
as
Romano.
we essentially just tell you
Breaking
what you
news.
need to know, make little comments and jabs at Isak and both Newcastle as well.
Yes, sir.
This weekend, though, speaking of one of those teams that is in for it, and another team that has quite big aspirations still in the transfer market, sounds like both Liverpool and Manchester City got wins with 4 goals apiece. Chiesa with a winner. Who would have thought that Chiesa would come off the bench and get the winner? I thought he was. I've always enjoyed his game.
Yeah,
He's been
good
a good player. I think he got very buried at Liverpool, and it was sad to see.
He's only been there 1 year, right?
Yeah, Just didn't really ever play.
Oh no, you had a tough first year in the Prem. Yeah, so did a million other people.
Yeah.
I think people especially Arnie Schlott feels like he's writing him off, or at least had during the summer.
Put him on here.
He did say like, you come up in big moments. That's how you earn trust. And so it seems like he's opening the door for him. But it felt pretty adamant that he was going to be gone in the summer. And after 1 year in the Prem, that feels like too short a leash. But
City also won big 4-0 in their game. Tijani Reinders creating one of the goals. Erling Haaland get a brace.
Looked off the pace.
Yeah, Nick in our group chat texted that Tijani Reinders was looking off the pace before he set up a goal and scored a goal in the game.
And really created their first goal as well.
Cherokee also got a goal in this one. The new number 10. Don't know if I liked it. A brand new player is wearing the 10, but
that goal was filthy.
But he is just so filthily like.
You can wear the 10 if you score that goal.
Yeah, technically he is
Yeah.
just so aesthetically fun to watch. Just how much talent he has. I will say, City obviously they're playing Wolves. It's not going to be anything crazy. Liverpool playing Bournemouth, a bit more of a challenge, although Bournemouth has been depleted. Still, they allowed 2 goals. Semenyo just big balled them after having some racial abuse, comes back and just shits on Liverpool's defense. Didn't pass it off. That one gets the goal. Liverpool allowed 2 goals. They allowed 2 against Crystal Palace. Is there
Also
more concerns about the defense here?
I think concerns about both of them. I thought before, when it was 0-0, that first half hour, I thought Wolves were in that game. They had chances. They should have scored a couple of times, I thought. Bournemouth were missing Sinistera and someone else too. Who was their other winger? Someone else was still injured that game.
Ouattara.
No, he left.
Oh.
Ouattara left. So they were missing 2 of their attackers.
Kluivert's hurt right now too.
Oh, Kluivert, yeah.
Oh,
They were missing Kluivert, my bad. They were missing Kluivert and Sinistera, and I mean, there were parts of that game where they looked the better team and definitely attacking were the more threatening team for a little bit at least. Obviously, Liverpool buried them late, but I'm not convinced by either of these defenses if I'm being honest. Rico Lewis starting at right back. I don't know.
He's saucy though.
Is he a
Him
right
and
back
Oscar
though?
Bob.
Oscar Bob benching Phil Foden, who's injured, but
They have so many just technically talented players on that team, like ridiculously technically talented.
I don't know. They won big, and obviously we'll get into Arsenal here in a second. But I didn't come away feeling
I understand
different
that.
about my prediction.
I have an opinion about another team that won big that I'm not as impressed by as I think other people are.
And I did come away impressed by Bournemouth. I think they're going to
Yeah.
be better than I thought
No,
they
I
would be,
think-
even with all their losses.
I was worried
the
about
back
Bournemouth
line
this
was
year.
bad.
Backline sucks.
The back line was bad,
They
but
lost
they're,
everybody,
they're
yeah.
yeah. I mean, their center
brand
back
new.
first start, he got signed like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So I think they'll grow there.
Tyler Adams looked off.
I think Wolves are gone. I did think Tyler Adams had a bad game. Good pass though that one time.
I think Burnley also fucking awful. We'll get into that when we talk about Man City and Spurs. Chelsea dropping points here in the opening match week. It has been since what's the stat? January since
Open
Cole
play
Palmer
goal.
has scored an open play goal.
3 goals since in this calendar year total.
We've talked a lot about how Chelsea should be that 4th team, has so much talent.
You've talked
And
about
we've
it.
also talked about how Cole Palmer essentially is that team where if he's really good, they're going to be really good like they were in the Club World Cup. Crystal Palace really just kind of tactically took him out of the game. They did very good on their pressing, running with players forward. They really didn't allow that much control at all in the middle. All of it went outside, and Gittins and Pedro Neto didn't look like they were extremely comfortable with everything running through them.
I think Neto
Didn't
might
work
be
out that great.
slightly overrated at this point.
Estevao had a couple good runs.
Estevao
that was
is
fun to watch.
Trash.
All right, let's
Max Dowman, stand up, baby.
Fuck yeah.
But Chelsea dropping points here. How much concern would you have on this from Chelsea's side that they weren't able to get really anything going through the midfield? Cole Palmer didn't really get anything going, and this gigantic drought from open play goals for him in the Premier League.
It's the haircut, bro.
I'll let Nick speak on this. I was enthralled with the Nottingham Forest game going on at the same
I
time.
forgot that's what you were watching.
dude,
That's
yeah, this guy was
crazy.
locked in on Nottingham.
Chris Wood masterclass. Nottingham Forest is a
Oh my
fucking
God. I
wagon.
can't believe you chose to
They're
watch that
fun to
game
watch.
over that.
Brentford sucks, but Forest are fun.
Yeah, I think it's 2 things. I think it's one, I am concerned about Chelsea.
Crystal Palace.
I have
very excited
I
about
have
now.
told
I just
you
think they're a good team.
I've told you many times that if you are relying on Cole Palmer to be world class week in and week out, your team is not going to be good enough to be what you want it to be. And so I don't believe that he has consistency. I think that's been proven. I know he had an amazing year, but I just don't think he could be the main man. And also now he's being
I think he can be. He's just not
being
consistent enough.
Completely keyed on though.
Yeah.
Like the same way Saka gets trick pill teamed on the wing, like there's a center back and a CDM on him every single phase of play.
Yeah, they're denying him all
Yeah,
the time.
and he
Yeah.
can't fight through that. That's just
Yeah.
the facts. That's what we're seeing so far. And so I'm big concerned about Chelsea. Wasn't too inspired. João Pedro, not a lot out there, but debut, I'll give him some slack. I still like the player.
There just wasn't much creativity at all for them.
there was nothing. That was a boring Chelsea game.
Yeah.
That was a boring
I don't
Chelsea
think
game.
Gittins was playing as well as he did at Dortmund or as
I
creatively.
mean,
I
again,
don't think
he's
Neto
so
was
young, and
crazy.
it's the Premier
Yeah.
League, bro. Like to
Or
expect
Premier
him
League,
just
yeah.
to. So, but the other thing is what you two already said. I'm a jackass for saying Palace could be relegated if Eze goes, because that team,
And
Eze's a big
crazy
part.
good.
Eze's nuts.
I would be.
But that team is well coached. That team has a strong spine,
Yeah.
which I think is the most important thing in a team, from goalkeeper to center backs to midfield to
All
striker.
three of those center backs.
Yeah, well, I mean, Gahey looks like he could be on his way to Liverpool, so finger crossed that the Eagles keep him. But
But Richards and LaCroix are fucking good
LaCroix
too.
is
Yeah.
nice, bro.
That trio is so
Yeah,
rock solid.
they're
And the
elite
way they're
athletic.
moving up, like they were moving up with Enzo, with
Munoz-
Cole Palmer, with everybody.
Munoz, the engine on that
deny
Colombian,
everything.
bro. Oh
He's
my
so good.
God, flying up and down
Tyron
the field.
Mitchell.
Yeah, it's definitely, Sosa and Mitchell are definitely, they don't have the same engine Munoz does, but they sub each other out, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So a lot of credit to them too. I don't just want to sit here and trash on Chelsea, because Palace played a good game.
I will say Chelsea, I think Cole Palmer will do very well in big games. He always does well in big games, finals.
Does he?
I think it's because those teams are a little bit more open with playing. Crystal Palace knew exactly what they were doing. They were going to sit back. They had their great tactical shape, knew who to pressure, knew who to cut off all the options to, and then just countered. Chelsea is very good when teams aren't doing that. When you can get out and run and have Cole Palmer in space, that's where he's the most dangerous. You're not going to get that as much in the Premier League because you are Chelsea. Because there aren't, all these other gigantic teams that want to run at you, like in the Club World Cup, that are the champions or earn their way there somehow.
Yeah.
I think that's what Enzo Maresca has to figure out a bit here is how do you get Cole Palmer in a game if it's sitting in a low block on the other side?
Yeah, I will say quickly again, if you do have that low block and Chelsea's going to face a lot of them, Arsenal went through it, City went through it, Liverpool's gone through it.
Yeah.
Enzo has to be better. He just does.
Yep.
You guys know me. I'm not an Enzo guy, but he has to be the guy to be able to break those down from the midfield. I like their young center back. The name is complicated. I don't know.
Achimar or whatever his name.
Something like that.
Achapong.
Yeah, I think Patrick Ajamong probably.
He's like 19, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he looked good. Not
He's
great on the
18.
ball, but really solid
So
defender.
young.
Really solid defender. And I think Robert Sanchez is a problem. Roberto Sanchez. I don't
Roberto
think
This
I
game
don't
was
think
They were
not
trying to
without
catch
a
him
bit
out, like,
of
4 different
controversy.
I don't think he's good enough, bro.
Eberechi Eze smashed in a free kick.
Should have been a goal.
Which was
Yeah.
called back because Mark Gahey was too close to the wall. You have to be a meter from the
I
wall
think it's
now.
stupid as
Hasn't
relatively
been called
new rule.
once.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
Came
issue.
out 2019.
If you look at it, like you see him leaving the wall and he does kind of
He's
make
running.
contact.
Happens
and drags him out
all
of
the
way.
time.
It's a weird one to call. And
And
like you
wasn't
said, it's never called.
It's
Yeah.
it's not been called once. And who knows? First week of the season, maybe that was like a big refereeing
The
point in the
second
summer.
corner thing also
Yeah.
happened.
But
yeah.
like next direct free kick, if I don't see that called, I'm having issues.
Right.
Because
That's the thing is-
it happens every free kick.
It's also just, I think it's a dumb rule. I understand like people
No,
fucking up walls, but
I
like
get it.
to enforce it that strongly of somebody running across as he's going up to kick it and like
To be fair,
He
I
doesn't
do
touch the
think
ball.
it's.
He-
I
he
do
doesn't.
actually think it's a foul. He did drag him like away,
no, dude, it's not that strong.
but
strong.
If you look, he
do it.
does make some crazy
Yeah,
contact
dude.
on the
Not
guy.
really.
He
It wasn't.
drags-
It wasn't. It wouldn't. That wasn't the foul. That wasn't enough to be a foul.
It wasn't intentional.
either way, that wasn't the call that was
Yeah, I
made.
know,
it wasn't
I
a
know,
foul.
I
It was that he was
I
within
know,
a
too
meter.
close to the wall.
That's
Still.
bullshit.
And I think
That's
it's dumb.
bullshit.
But yeah,
More controversy to come.
as
As
potentially
always,
going
Premier
to
League.
Tottenham Hotspur, certainly it would be late in the window here for them to find an appropriate replacement for him. And
The Greek kid, I think they're looking at Zolis or something like that. TZOLIS. player.
Okay.
He's a good player.
Sounds far from a
You
replacement.
see,
to Precious.
completely unrelated. Shamikas posted something like, use your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9 so that you can leave your 9 to 5. I'm like, brother, you're making $70K a fucking week at Liverpool. What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
didn't
You
see
Is
do
that.
9 to
Shamika
5.
still there?
He's their
Third string left back?
Just hanging out with Salah.
Speaking of other transfer news,
Everton needs
Jacob
a left back.
Ramsey to Newcastle and Noah Okafor to Leeds. I talked shit about Leeds not making that many moves. They got Perry in at goalkeeper. They got Dominic Calvert-Lewin from free agency. And then now Noah Okafor coming in from AC Milan.
Lucas Nemecho is a big one.
And
I forgot about that.
He was already there.
Yeah, but I forgot about it.
Yeah, they've made some signings. They looked all right. We'll talk about that later. Let's get into the Gunners Alley. Talking about the Arsenal. Nick, it was a win against a Big Six side
On the
at
road.
Old Trafford. Manchester United has a lot of new signings. Cunha had some cool dribble runs. Not a lot of end product. But it's a win. Are you concerned or impressed? 1-0. Arsenal didn't look the greatest here.
No, they didn't look good. If you told me that's the worst they play all season, I think I'd believe you. And if you told me that's the worst they play all season, and we picked up 3 points at OT, that's... I've been hearing a lot, people saying like, oh, champions fine, the worst. Well, guess what? We're not champions. So you can say that. You can say that all you want, but we're not champions. But it is a big thing, you know? I'd much rather win ugly than lose pretty. You know what I mean? That used to be the criticism of Arsene Wenger after the Invincible sides. We used to be able to take these 1-0 wins and lock them down. And it felt like we lost all the grit as soon as we got to the Emirates. And so I think it's great because we won. Do I think we played well? No. Do I think any of our big players played well? I thought Saka was not good. I think that Odegaard was the only guy trying anything, and his end product was awful. I think Dex was kind of a bystander, if I'm being honest.
He looked a bit off.
I've seen a lot of people saying Zubamendi had a great game. Meh.
Pretty basic.
He was whatever. I thought.
Gabriel was the only good one.
Well, yes. Defensively, our back line, I thought, Richie obviously with the goal was huge. I thought Miles,
also was
Timber
crazy.
when he came on. Raya was the player of the game, or Gabriel. I would say
He made
Raya.
a couple of great saves.
And again, we did not play well. I don't think any of us played to their A. Even our I think Raya was the only guy close to an A game, and even him, his possession wasn't great. But I thought Man U looked pretty solid, and not so much the players. I think, I like Mbomo, but his end product was lacking. Cunha is not a 9. He looked much better once he went out to like the left of that
Able
front
to dribble
three.
a bit.
Yeah, so they need Sesko to get up to speed quick.
Sesko looked kind of invisible when he wasn't.
But so did Gyökeres. I mean, I think it was a weird game. But what I did really like, and that I think is going to be a theme, obviously, with this 3-4-3 of Amarin, their spacing is really good. Their diagonals were causing us
They had
huge
a lot
problems.
of possession, crazy amount
And
of possession.
they find really, really good. And I think Mbomo should get a lot of credit because he was doing it the most. He found a lot of quiet grass, and I love that in a player, a guy who just knows where to go. And he was running at that back line a lot. Not enough end product, obviously. Who knows if that's going to change or not? But I do think the system's working, and their high press looked good too. I think Arsenal were uncomfortable, and the good thing about Arsenal is I think in these past couple of years we've grown comfortable in uncomfortable scenarios. So we were able to defend that 1-0 lead for literally 70 minutes, which is impressive, very impressive on the road. But I don't think that we were not playing our game. We weren't comfortable at all. And at the end of the day, we got 3 points, which is huge. I would love to see Timber start this weekend against Leeds. I thought he looked amazing as soon as he came on. Ben White was solid, but solid bad, like everyone else in the team was. I don't think he did anything.
Ripped him one time.
Yeah, it was bad. The other thing is, with that high press, and with Gyökeres now, we have to start getting used to playing balls in behind. Yeah. And Gabby Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, you guys got to get those. I know it's always, play to feet, and that's how we have played throughout these past couple of years, but there's space in there behind. And
Gyökeres is a fast-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he's more of like a straight line guy,
Yeah,
not really.
You send him in, and
He
picks
can.
up speed. He picks up speed.
He can. And to be fair, DeLitt, I thought, played a really good game.
DeLitt
on
did.
Gyökeres.
I
was impressed.
a couple challenges. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I thought he played well. And that was a good battle between those two. Gyökeres got him a couple times. He got a couple times. So credit to Man U. I do think Leeds at home. Leeds, obviously, we'll talk about them in a second. But home opener, I'm expecting a big win this weekend. And I'm just glad that 3 points in the book and the OT. That's the other thing. I came in here last week talking like, we're going to win 3-1. This is only our third victory in 19 years at Old Trafford. And it's still a difficult thing to do, whatever you think about.
3 points no matter what.
Exactly. So we'll take it. We'll move on. Not a good performance, but plenty of things to learn. And we're still adapting. We're adapting to this kind of new style of play. So it'll be good.
Yep. Certainly 3 points is better than what happened for us, Mike, in the Toffee
Bit of
talk.
controversy. Pen?
What are you talking about?
Salabia on Cunha?
Oh.
Saliba.
No, I don't think those were pens.
I think it could have been called, and I wouldn't have been that. It's absurd.
Listen,
Yeah,
if it,
I think that's one for the ref
The
on the
goal
field.
one, people calling for anything on that for the keeper, I was like, bro, that's the pussiest thing.
That was just Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
So soft.
yeah,
And
I know.
also,
But I don't think
fucking
anyone really
Mount
argued it that much.
pushed Saliba into him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't do anything.
I
Yeah.
also think
No.
people get stepped on.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's a physical
I
game.
don't think that anyone was really arguing it that hard because they knew it kind of
Exactly.
wasn't a thing,
I don't think it was
Just
as
Bad goalkeeping.
And
Yeah.
oh no, I'm talking about the Saliba one.
Saliba one, I don't know.
The
doesn't look
photo doesn't look good, but the actual play didn't really look.
There's not a whole lot.
And the slow, even the slow replays, it's just the
Saliba
photo that
goes
looks bad.
Kind of down, and the Cunha falls on top of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
There
the photo
were-
that looks bad. I don't think it looked that bad.
There were other refereeing decisions this weekend, though, that
We're more.
were maybe a lot worse. We go to the Toffee Talk for exactly that. Grealish did make his debut here, did not get the start in a 1-0 loss to Leeds. Like, what I'm talking about with the refs is obviously that handball call. The one goal that was in it was a penalty because they shoot. Hand is fully behind the back, and it just bounces there. I don't know what else you could possibly do with your arm other than
Rip it off.
just rip it off. Just say he will paraplegic in some way. It's completely far behind his back. It's within the body. It's completely a natural position. It's not out there. It's not anything. VAR reviews it and calls it a penalty. Leeds win off of that. It wasn't a good game for Everton by any
Far
stretch
from
of the
it.
imagination. We looked awful. Leeds had control of most of this game. Beto off. Really, most of the players were off. Not to just single out him, but
We can single him out.
how are we feeling?
I'll address
one game
the
in,
Tarkowski thing first. The only justification I see for the referee and people who say it's a penalty is Tarkowski intentionally leans into the direction of the ball because he's trying to block the shot.
Yeah, no shit.
But, that's his job. That's what a defender does. He tucks it as close to his body as possible.
cannot
It
tuck
hits him
it.
just below the shoulder on the bicep. I don't know how you make that call, especially when you have the chance to review it. It's so brutal, so wrong.
If it's
Pickford's
closer
making
to
that
the
fucking
sleeve,
save
but if it's on the
anyway.
sleeve, it's not
I
a
think
handball. And
so.
it's right here.
Yeah,
It was a bad call. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
if it's at Everton, if it's at the Big Dick, we're getting that call. But
That's what
it's at
Moyes
Leeds.
said. He said he
That's the
thinks
pressure.
crowd influenced it.
It is a
They do have good fans.
huge crowd environment. The fucking
Yeah.
Leeds faithful get into it. They're loud.
Ellen Road.
Credit to them. Lynn Road, they were on them all game.
And Sunderland. Oh god, this season's gonna
Some
rip.
great promoted
And
teams.
Burnley, the
this
Turf
year.
Moor.
All three of them.
Nah.
Okay.
But to go back to the game, it was going to be tough regardless. The lineup was tough to look at. Some guys got injured. Branthwaite got injured in training before the season starts. That's a huge loss, obviously. Mikolenko picked up an injury. Asnu picked up an injury. So we started fucking James Garner at left back. Center mid, who's not left-footed, by the way. He's starting at left back. That's tough. And then his partner on the left side is Michael Keane, an understudy. Probably should be a fourth option at this point. And then we're playing a center back at right back because Nathan Patterson's hurt as well. So the lineup up and down the board, tough. Always knew it would be a tough game. The first half was brutal. Leeds dominated us. They could have scored several times.
Lucky to get to halftime.
Lucky to get to halftime. I thought the guys defended okay. David Moyes obviously talked something into him at halftime. They came out a lot better. We instantly flipped the possession. I think it was 67-33 at halftime, and we flipped it to about 60-40 in our favor in the second half, which was great. Saw some good things out of Ndiaye. Saw some good things out of the midfield. I thought Eric Boonham played a pretty good game. He covered a lot of ground, made some big tackles. It's hard to play that Leeds midfield. And Padu and Tanaka are some dogs. And they press like motherfuckers. And when we don't have our best back line out there to play balls through, it's really tough. They compress.
Yeah, Branthwaite especially.
Yeah, because he's a really good ball-playing center back and kind of can unlock teams. Playing over the top to beat the press didn't work at all because, as you said, Beto was off. He didn't get to really any balls. His hustle didn't look there. His end product, his hold-up game, none of it looked there. But then the second half got a little bit better. Jack Grealish came on. Instantly, you saw his class.
Dribbled 5 people, passes to Beto. His touch goes 5 feet away.
He's better than anybody on the field by a margin. Ndiaye is maybe somewhat close, but Grealish is another level. I think he'll be in the starting lineup sooner than later. Maybe this week.
Has to be this weekend.
He looked fine. He looked healthy. He was dribbling guys, taking guys on. They had to double him.
Take him off after 60. Like, that's fine, but start him.
But let us score a goal first.
Yeah.
Or 2.
I was surprised we didn't see Dwight McNeil. But those are the positives. The negatives are we're still tapped. We still don't have enough bodies. We need to make a few more signings.
I think it's exactly what we said. We said the starting 11 with everyone healthy
is good.
Very good.
But then it falls off very
Very
quickly.
good.
There's
is strong.
not depth. And I think one game in, we've already realized, we kind of hit it head on. We have no depth. Once people are out, it looks a lot worse.
To be fair, it's a lot of people out, though.
Yeah,
Like, it was
but that's what I'm
3
saying,
quarters
is
of
when
the
we
back
have,
line. That's pretty
if you
insane.
have these type
But
of
to be fair, if
issues-
you're relying on Mikolenko, if you're relying on Branthwaite, if you're relying on Patterson, these guys get injured.
yeah,
So you're right, you need bodies.
that's where I think we need to hit the loan market.
Apparently,
We
we're
need to
looking
bring
at
people in.
Jakob Kivior. That was a big thing that Arteta said he was left out of the lineup because someone's looking at him.
That
Apparently, we're going to spend
would
20
be,
million on him.
well, it wouldn't be 20, I'll promise you that, but that would be a huge signing for you guys. He's class.
I think he'd be great. I mean, he's left-footed.
He's very good.
Slots in where Branthwaite goes, assuming he's going to be out for a bit of time. I think he's instantly a huge addition to our back line. So hopefully we make a signing like him, maybe 1 or 2 more guys so we can have a little bit of depth, not put out a lineup like we did this week.
Brighton next. How are we?
Brighton, I feel okay. Where's this game at?
Don't
Pull that
know.
up.
I'm not sure.
Search it up.
Brighton looked good, though, this
They
weekend.
looked okay.
They looked fine.
Looked like they were going to get a 1-0 win until literally the last kick of the game,
Yeah.
where they drew against Fulham.
Is that Hill
Home
Dickinson?
opener, Hill Dickinson. Let's
Dickie.
go. I feel okay. It'd be easy to be negative after a loss like this.
A lot of negativity on social media after this one.
But I mean,
Rightfully
all those
so.
factors, I think, play into it. It's a hard place to play.
Yeah.
And based on the second half, I actually thought we took over that game a bit. So
I think we just need people
I have
healthy.
a bit
We
more
need
optimism.
to be playing a little bit better.
The Branthwaite one is a little long-term, it looked like, right? Like,
Yeah, it should be.
like multiple weeks.
If we can get Grealish in there, though, I think that
I don't think Grealish plays
allows
center
a good
back.
amount of control.
No.
Huh?
But he does play. He plays the game well. That's what we need at this moment in time. Tierno Perry, another one that was just kind of
Head scratcher.
what the fuck.
Flags and I were talking about that.
Yeah, I think we might need another striker. I don't know if these ones are working.
We spent
out.
$40 million on this guy.
Yeah.
Can I interest you in Gabby Jesus?
we keep the receipt?
We keep buying the same profile of striker.
Yeah.
6'4", 6'5", big,
Sucks.
not very good. We have 3 of those guys on the team right now.
I already watched all that extremely tall, no-touch striker this entire summer with the U.S. men's national team with Ajiman. And
I would have rather just
Ajiman?
re-signed
Everton?
Marcelo.
Everton Ajiman?
bro, honestly, at this point,
Josh Sargent.
Josh Sargent, we'll be talking about him. He's up to a hot start. Let's go into the featured matchups. We have Manchester City hosting Spurs. We already talked about Manchester City a bit. My opinion on Spurs, watch their game. They have a lot of really talented players. I still wasn't convinced. I know they absolutely shit on Burnley. I think Burnley
Ass.
wasn't great.
Burnley's going to finish
They're
last.
Pretty fucking awful.
Yeah,
I
they
saw
are
somebody
last.
that said they're going to be the first team to finish below the table, not just bottom. I thought Burnley was very bad. I thought Spurs still didn't look amazing. They still allowed Burnley a decent amount of possession and shots for a team that really shouldn't have had anything. But they have some very good players. Kudus is very good. Richarlison, it's before World Cup, so he's gonna be good now.
Look, if they get Eze, I'm gonna take their attack serious. Until then, I'm gonna say this was an explosion. I've seen enough of Kudus in the Premier League to know that this isn't him week in, week out. But at his best, this is him. And he's very
With
good.
Thomas Frank though, who knows if that's
yeah. And you guys know me, I love Thomas Frank. So, but that midfield still leaves a lot to be desired. Like you said, Burnley was able to play, and Burnley's bad. So
yeah.
I don't know. City, I think. You know what? Actually, I think this would be a really fun game.
I think it'd be a very fun matchup.
I think we're gonna find out. Even though it's week 2 and we're not gonna jump to conclusions, I think we can find some things out about both these teams this week. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be an interesting matchup. Mike, do you think Spurs has like a real shot at winning this game, or Man City has a crazy amount of talent?
Yeah, they do. I think Man City just wins this game because of the midfield difference in these two teams. But Tottenham has a real shot to win. I mean, they've looked
Man City's
PSG, and then they've had a good start to the season, so why not?
Man City's starting pivot is Reindeer and Nico Gonzalez, right?
Reinders.
It was Nico Gonzalez and Bernardo Silva last game.
No. In the pivot,
Didn't Reinders play above both?
I think Silva played a 10.
Oh, well, they kind of float, but yeah, Rodri's hurt right now.
Right. Okay.
Rodri's always hurt.
Yeah, Nico Gonzalez. I liked him at Barcelona before he went to Valencia. I liked him at Valencia too, but I don't think if he's not starting all the time with Rodri back. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Not worth $60 million though, I'll tell you that.
No. They overpay on pretty much every player they bring in.
Not Turkey.
They
Not
don't care.
tricky.
Yeah, $30 million. What a deal. Speaking of overpaying and not paying potentially, Newcastle Liverpool. Man, oh man, what an interesting matchup to have week 2 with all this shit going on between Isak and Liverpool and Newcastle here. Will Isak be on Newcastle's side? No, probably not.
What is the funniest thing that Isak can do this weekend? Just sit next to Schlott.
Just go warm up with Liverpool. Just get it going.
That'd be nuts. He's
Show up
gonna
in the
be
Liverpool
talking
section.
to Liverpool players on the pitch before the game.
The thing is, though, Ekitike, if we can talk about Liverpool, we already kind of talked about Newcastle and how much they need Isak because they didn't look like they had any finishing touch.
Let's slow down on Ekitike a little bit. I do think that his goal was lucky, very lucky.
Was it?
The going through the challenge that just bounced off his shins
Yeah,
and then he
but that's-
mishit the ball and the
know
keeper
if he
just jumped the
mishit
other
it.
way. Feels pretty lucky, I would say. So, but
To have an assist as well.
moved great. I thought he moved great all around the pitch. Thought he showed up in a lot of
So
areas
much
I
build-up.
wouldn't expect him to. Obviously, the defensive motor was impressive too, but I think more than anything, he knew like where in the pitch people needed support, and he was able to get there quickly and get to other places.
So much build-up support. That's like one of those striker things
Yeah.
that a lot of strikers don't do, but he was running in and out into.
But the strikers that do are like 5'9". He's like
He has all the
6'5".
tools. He's still big enough to body center.
Yeah.
backs.
Yeah.
Well, he's not bodying yet, but
He's
But
initiating contact.
He's very fluid. He
very
got
fluid.
head on a couple crosses over center backs. He was looking good. Certainly a lot to.
He looks good, but
about it.
I still am of the belief that I don't think he's an amazing finishing striker, and I'm not going to let this goal or even the Crystal Palace goal convince me otherwise.
All right. I still think
Some are
Florian
calling
Wirtz
him the El
has,
Nino regen.
Are they now?
Florian Wirtz still has a bit to prove. Still has not had his big game.
He's pretty
of
quiet
breaking
against
out.
Bournemouth. Yeah.
Yeah, for the
I
Premier
saw that
League
he was
record.
listed as the Wirtz player on the field. Liked that one. Was a big fan of that.
Stupid.
Does Newcastle have a chance in this one without
Nope.
Isak? They didn't have any finishing
They looked
edge against
so bad.
Aston Villa, and now Liverpool come in. They've had their own issues with defending, but
I think
who's
they
going
have
to
a
finish them
chance.
off?
Jacob Murphy.
All
Anthony
right.
Elanga.
I think the answer is
Elanga- I
thought
Elanga
Elanga
actually
did
looked
look
all right.
positive.
Yeah.
Jacob
Elanga
Ramsey
looked positive.
debut?
Look all right.
They have a hell of a lot of wingers. Just nobody in the center.
Ramsey's not a winger.
Who is
8'10".
the young striker they put on there? Is the only actual central striker they have at the club?
I don't know.
No clue.
They put him on in like the 80th minute, and they're like, this is the only striker
They
they have
sold
left.
Callum
I'm like,
Wilson too,
holy
right?
fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
They should sign Gabriel Jesus. Can I interest
Sign
you?
Danny Ings.
Either way, they need to sign like 2 more strikers, regardless of what they do with Isak, because
No, definitely.
they just have nobody right
I know
now.
a few who are for sale.
It's Beto and Barry. 41 million, please.
Yes, please.
We'll take it. Fuck it, 30 million. We'll take a 10 million loss.
In the summer.
Brother, we need somebody. Give us Isak, we'll give you Beto and Barry.
I'll give you the team.
2 for 1.
2 for 1. Let's get into the lock of the week competition here, boys. We have some new predictions. We have some results from
So did
week
the end.
one.
Wait till the end.
From week 1, Nick, you had Liverpool 3-1 over Bournemouth. You got that correct, or at least the result, not the score.
Goal difference.
Nearly.
2.
Mike, you trusted the Toffees.
What did I do?
I need you to stop fucking doing that. Ever since
Stop betting on my own
Ever
team.
since Christmas of last year.
Do you want to do a different game, Mike? We don't have to play Lock of the
if
Week.
Mike
Can I get
shows your
2
team,
picks?
you're fucked.
Mike, you should go. Mike, you have an opportunity to go for all red beans this year.
All right, red bean it is.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I love.
Yeah,
red bean
all right.
dice.
If Mike,
be fair, to
if
be
Mike
fair.
gets every single one wrong, then we owe him a jersey.
We both own a jersey.
you owe me multiple jerseys.
I went with City over Wolves. I know I really went on a limb there. They won 3-0.
You're a
It was
prophet.
4-0. What can I say? That's how you win championships. Hats off to Mike. Mike, you did choose the most evenly matched in terms of talent teams there, Everton and Leeds.
To be
What have
fair,
you gone with this
won.
week here?
I've gone with a little bit different flavor. I've gone with the Gunners 3,
Oh, Nick, you're fucked.
Leeds United 0. Fuck you, Leeds. You did my boys dirty, and now my boys' are gonna do you dirty.
this is the last guy I want in my corner.
Hat trick. Fucking hat
He
trick.
said, "Don't worry, Nick. I'm in your corner." You're like, leave.
Get out. Yikes! Yikes!
Arsenal 3, Leeds 0. Hopefully
Come
that
on, man,
works out
please.
slightly better for you here, Mike.
Green bean.
Nick, what have you gone with here? You choose Liverpool last week. Who have you gone with this one?
Yeah, I'm going with Villa. Wasn't too inspired by them last week, but you know how I was less inspired by? Brentford. So I'm going to go Villa 1, Brentford 0. It's at the G-Tech. Brentford infamously awful on the road and much better at the G-Tech. So, yeah, I don't think there's going to be much in it, but I do like Villa taking 3 points.
All right. Villa over Brentford. Not the craziest thing. Brentford have not looked up to par.
No, they have not.
I've gone with Chelsea 2, West Ham 0. Speaking of not looking up to par, West Ham looked like shit. Absolutely
Also
getting
looked really bad.
hosed.
Any relegation
Hosed by
fears, you
It
think?
worked, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
relegation.
shout out Sunderland, bro.
They look good.
They looked good. Shaka, you know.
Yeah.
Just fucking
They-
hooking balls
They
into
just
the
signed.
box.
They just signed
They-
Mukiele.
Yeah, they
they
made
got
so
some
many
other-
investments. They made so many investments. You have to do it. You can't come into the
I didn't
Premier
know they got
League and
Reinildo.
not make a crazy
That's
amount
crazy.
of investments.
They
They pulled dudes out of left
officially
field.
the most spent by a promoted team in the transfer
Wow.
window. Summer transfer window.
Way to go, Sunderland. They do not want to be going
Edged
back
down
down,
The
which has been the trend of
the commentary was pretty sick. The first goal.
That
Goal.
stadium.
8 years in the
Stadium
making.
of Light has their first Premier League goal.
That stadium was fire.
8 years.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan Ballard, Arsenal Academy product. Scored the second goal.
Fuck
Send
yeah.
it back over there. Good player.
Wow.
Shout out to Simon Adingra who played that ball in.
Good player, dude.
Worldy.
Shout out Joe Belling. Oh, he left.
Well,
Well,
peace.
he left. We do have the prize from last Lock of the Week season.
Who won?
A certain host won that game here. What can I say? I know.
Nick, would you
all,
like to
I
present him?
suppose.
Sure.
His prize.
Sure.
This one did not have a prompt, no.
This one, we
Last
talked
year
about
was-
this recently, but you did not have an Everton jersey.
Wow.
So we
And
did
so-
something nice for you.
We decided
Make up for the
Two-
the-
2 years in a row,
Santos.
Show the camera.
dude. 2 years in a row that he won. He deserves his Everton
Wow.
jersey. He calls himself a toffee, so he's set. And
He gets the number 10.
yeah, dude,
His favorite number.
We try to think of a player that reminds us the most of Flags, and that brought us to Anthony Gordon.
Crazy.
And
That's
so-
crazy work. That's crazy work.
Ratman.
the Ratman. So Flags host, our champion. Congratulations on your second jersey.
The rat himself.
And you are
I
officially
dare
a
you
toffee.
to wear that to the bar.
Next time we go to the bar, you have to wear the toffee jersey, bro. Support the boys.
The steamer might come out. I don't know if that gets the number, the name off. I'll write in. And yeah, I look quite a bit like him too. So,
Oh, sure,
yeah,
sure.
you know.
Just kidding, man.
Thank you, boys, for
Congratulations.
some sense of that.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Your first toffee
There's
jersey.
there's some sense of the Geo jersey last year
We're always thinking of you, bro.
being.
I still haven't seen you wear that one.
This is
I'm
an
not gonna
extra
wear it,
small.
Yeah, I also don't know if I could wear it.
I would like to see it.
It would fit on maybe an arm.
We need both of those framed.
He didn't even
Both
hang
are
it up,
framed.
dude.
I know.
We could hang him here.
Oh God, we're not hanging an Anthony Gordon jersey in my house.
What a
Front side.
statement piece.
Just the steak sponsorship.
We love betting. Steak, if you want to sponsor us.
Speaking of
we speak money.
speaking of Gio,
Speaking of Gio, we get into the U.S. men's national team corner, and Gio
What a
Reyna.
segue. Wow.
CPR. It is given. We just lost our lighting to me doing CPR. Gio Reyna is more alive than the light we had on us.
dumbass, bro.
Fabrizio Romano has tweeted out that Parma is looking to get that done ASAP. So hopefully we see Gio Reyna on the move soon. The neon light is going up and down.
We got a professional setup here.
We also have another rumor: Rokas Puskás potentially leaving Hajduk Split in Croatia
my
for
God.
Serie A, Bundesliga.
Any relation
Or-
to Frank Puskás?
No.
Oh,
He's a young American talent. He's been at Hajduk Split for a while, had a lot of interest. Rejected MLS, $6 million offer. You'd have to imagine it's San Diego FC since they bought every US U20 player, and this is another one that's been a star for that cycle. Could have been cool to see him in MLS for a
That'd
little
be cool.
bit. Just get him out of Hajduk Split, but he says he wants to go to Bundesliga. Serie A, I believe it's Venezia that has inquired about him. But speaking of maybe a little bit more ready for the national team players, Serginho Dest might just be R9 in a right back. Brother went on 7 dribbles in PSV's matchup, was man of the match, just ridiculously talented.
Should he
in all
not
these
be
dribbles.
playing right back?
he's the striker that Everton needs.
I mean, Barcelona played him at wing for a couple of games. He is insanely talented. I mean, he gets into the attack. At PSV, he can attack as much as he wants. I'd imagine after the summer, there's not a shot he stays at PSV. He's just
The Dutch league is so bad.
murdering everybody in the Dutch league. I mean, he's been man of the match for like all their games so far. As a right back, scored the game-winning goal in the Johan Cruyff Cup. I think it's probably time after this that he gets a move back to a top team again.
He should go to Dortmund. They do great with American players.
Yeah, but yeah. AC Milan, I'm sure that'd go great for Serginho Dest. He has talked about that and said that he was so like fucked up because Xavi was like, "We want you," and the second he got back from summer, they're like,
We don't
You
want
would
you.
love
"You're fucking out."
Pep Guardiola. You would do bits in Man City.
Over Rico?
taking the
Is he
job.
better than Rico Lewis?
He's better than Rico Lewis.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is.
Would Ricky Lewis tear up the Eredivisie like
Is
this?
Ait Nouri that much better than Serginho Dest?
No.
No.
No, I don't rate Ait Nouri that much. He's a
Like
bad
Ait Nouri,
defender.
but Dest is,
Dest is
as he's
best.
been in the past year, is ridiculously talented.
Dest could,
Very,
well, the
very
past years he's been hurt. He
Well,
Dest isn't nearly as bad of a one-on-one defender as Ait Nouri is, in my opinion.
he's gotten a lot better at defending.
Ait
throughout
Nouri
the
is
years here.
trash in a back line.
Yeah, but when you have the ball all the time,
Well, there's that.
it's pretty great.
That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of
Guardiola defender.
PSV and how dominant they've been, Pepe getting a boost without even being on the field. Alessandro Playa has a long-term injury. Obviously, you never want to root for an injury, but in the case of Ricardo Pepe here, this does mean that he's going to have essentially no competition at that striker position.
Opportunity.
Has to come back from his injury. Looks like he's going to be coming back this week, if not the next. Wonder what that means for September camp. Florian Balogun is in a similar situation where he is expected to play this next weekend. Did not make it for their first game. But a man who has played quite a bit, and this is one of the bigger topics I want to talk about here, one that I brought up on our X Twitter account. What is Josh Sargent's play? 3 games into the season, he has 3 goals, a goal in every single game. He's their captain. Borja Sainz is gone from Norwich. He is the main guy. Everything's going through him. He's playing well. But what does that mean at this point? He was in the team of the year last year for the championship. He had a Wolfsburg deal lined up, didn't want to do it, wanted to stay with Norwich. I don't understand what happens here for Sargent in terms of the U.S. men's national team, because it seems like Pochettino does not like him. How does he get back in the picture, Nick?
I don't think he does. I think it's a man who's found his level, and that's fine. And I think it's a man who cares about his team.
But
clearly,
is that level below the third striker for the U.S.?
What do you mean?
I mean, you have Pepe, Balogun that you would imagine are above him if healthy.
Yep.
Big if they're healthy. All the other competition for him is now in the championship with him. Damian Downs is in there. He's not doing this. Haji Wright, he's there. He's not doing this. Daryl
Ajiman.
DK, not there. Ajimang, not doing this. So is it not just, hey, you're at the same level as every other third striker option?
I mean, are you telling me what I would do if I was
murdering
Poch?
them?
Yeah, I'd have him third, I guess. But I don't think he's better than either of the other two guys, do you?
No,
I don't.
So then what are we talking about?
but I don't think it's a bad move either to stay in the championship and just keep playing.
That's what I'm saying.
Does it rise his stock at all in regards to
what I'm trying to
Poch?
say is,
Probably
how
not.
does he
Look,
increase his
if he
stock
goes
in any
to
way?
Wolfsburg and scores a moderate amount of goals in a season, does that raise his stock that much for Poch either?
Yeah, I do think so.
think if you
I
were
do think so. But I think
Bundesliga-
we have our answer. He turned down that move. I think he's happy at Norwich. I think his family's happy. He's the club captain. Like, I think clearly this shit means something to him. And so
They have
maybe he's
chance
just,
maybe for promotion this year.
maybe
They
he's
were right
just-
outside of.
I don't think I have a great
They were
one.
right outside of playoffs last year, though.
Yeah, but they've sold a lot of players.
maybe this is just who he is. And maybe he doesn't have that drive to be the starting nine for the U.S. men's national team striker. And guess what? If he doesn't, I don't want him to be. So
Or maybe if he gets a goal every single game, he says, fuck it. Give me some more time. What I will say is I did hear this and I was a little shocked. He's played 5 games for the U.S. since 2019. That's what his last goal was.
that's crazy.
5 games for the U.S.
A lot of
200
that's-
220 minutes.
A lot of that's him,
total.
though.
A lot of substitute. Yeah, a lot of it's his health. A lot of it is
Injuries,
that a lot of sub appearances. One was a sub appearance where he got a good amount of those minutes with 10 men after the red card from Weah. So
What happened there?
has he not been given enough of a shot with the U.S. men's national team while healthy? Is that maybe the issue? Because he is scoring a crazy amount of goals.
Yeah, I think you could argue that.
That's been my argument, and I'll stay with it.
Yeah.
But I still don't think, like, even with his shots, he hasn't done anything with it. And I know it's very minimal, and he should get more of a chance. But I haven't seen him do anything.
But availability,
But I wonder if-
whether that's his fault or not,
Why
is
not the Gold
a
Cup
big
this
thing.
summer? Why would Pochettino not have brought him in? and
Listen,
just
brother, I have a lot of questions about the
be
Gold Cup.
Insanely better.
I've seen some
than
weird
Ajimon.
theories out
Insanely better
there.
than Ajimon.
I saw some theories that was like, well, he doesn't care about the Gold Cup, so he didn't bring Josh Sargent because he wanted to see
He didn't
other
bring like
dudes.
any
I'm like,
European-based
that doesn't
players.
make any
He
sense.
didn't bring Joe
at all.
Scally either.
I don't think he rates him. I think he likes Ajiman's physical presence more. Wanted to see that because neither of the guys offered.
Well, we
us
saw a
the
little,
kind of thing.
fucking plenty of it.
Obviously,
I'm
that's
honestly,
worth very little.
I'm
but
already pretty close, if not there. But I'm pretty close to turning on Poch. I'm pretty close to starting the Poch out. I'm just to update you guys on where I'm at.
We got a big camp coming up here. Going to be interesting who he selects because this will be what should be everybody available. So we'll see what is true.
The second I see
Odds
Ajimang
are
on there,
hard.
let me tell you, I'm out.
Oh my god, if I see Ajiman on there, I might like have a aneurysm. I don't know if I can take it. It should be coming out within like the next week or so. So I mean, we'll have an answer of what Pochettino thinks of all these players.
Tune
Joe
in
Reno
soon.
Probably will not be on it. Malik Tillman.
Definitely. Poch wants to
Probably
crown
on it.
Tillman. That's what he wants to do.
What I will say is Pepe is probably not on it because he's going to be coming back from injury
So Ajiman's
very
going to be
soon
on it for
before
sure.
it, and they don't have another striker. Ernie Stewart, GM, they're probably not going to say yes to that.
Sargent, baby.
Sargent, Balogun also coming off injury.
I could see Sargent
It
getting a
might
shot.
be running up to just Sargent getting those minutes here that we're talking about. So
Probably bring in Brian White instead.
What's Jordan Morris up to these days? What are we?
Still hanging out in Seattle.
There we go.
Sounders, him and Jesus Ferreira.
There we
Both
go.
at the Sounders.
Yep.
What an interesting combo there. Let us know in the comments who you want to see in the September camp. Coming up, it is Japan and South Korea. Good matchups. Just announced a November camp game against Uruguay. Another great matchup. Also have Ecuador coming up. Also have Australia. there's some good matchups coming up from all over the world, so the team's going to get used to different type of
That's good.
nations. That is
Styles of
very
play.
good. We'll certainly see how Pochettino fares with all this. Some very challenging friendlies. But he was there to see Johnny's debut with Atletico. People give him a lot of shit because he only goes to see Espanyol games when they play American players. We'll see. We'll see what happens. September camp coming up. Boys,
Another
first
dude
week
who needs
of the
big
Prem.
minutes with the U.S., Johnny Cardoso.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he fits
We'll
Poch's
see.
system.
He might be coming in because he
Starting
did
for Atletico
start for
Madrid.
Atletico Madrid.
Find a fucking spot for him.
Probably going to be in camp. We'll see if
Has
he
that been
fits.
Poch's MO so far?
He's the American player playing at the biggest club.
Dude, do you
out of
wanna-
all the American players
Do you want to be Poch out with
Do
me?
you think Atletico Madrid is bigger than AC Milan?
at this day and age?
Yes.
Yes.
Not right now, but
And
They've been bigger than
club.
AC Milan for a decade.
as a club,
yeah, no, as a
Okay.
club, Milan's bigger.
Yeah, as a club with like fan base and like marketing
History,
sure, but
hello?
performance-wise, they've dominated them for 10
This
years.
is heritage.
Champions League finals, La Liga titles.
AC Milan's been
When's the last time they were in a Champions League final?
Bro, what you know about Turkey
Champions League semifinal 2 years
2002?
ago.
That's true.
All right.
And then they lost to
Inter
Inter
Milan.
Milan.
Yeah.
Negative
Forza.
Tough one,
Can't be
tough one,
losing to
tough
your
one.
rivals in the semis.
All right, boys. First week of the Prem is in the books. A loss for us Toffees. We need to bounce back. A win, but maybe not the most pretty win for the Gunners. What do you want to sign off with here as we get ready for the second week in the Premier League?
Shout out Chance the Rapper. Dropped Starline. Beautiful album. Go check it out. Shout out Gunners. Dude. Mikel Arteta. It's been like 22 games since we've lost against the Big Six side.
Pretty good.
I mean, we've drew, obviously, but that is...
What a fucking
Man,
jinx.
the man has changed my life. And to see these Arsenal fans complaining about him and not remembering what we were, man, you got to get your head out of the gutters.
It's like what West Ham are. They were complaining with Moyes, and then look at
Exactly.
them
They
now.
go Graham, Harry Paul.
The grass is not always greener. So up the Gunners. Excited for the Emirates opener this weekend. Looking for a big win. Jokeris gets off the mark this weekend. You heard it here first.
All right.
Get healthy, lads. We need some people to fill out the ranks.
We just need
tough
people,
line.
please.
We need bodies to put
I'm
in
topping
goal.
in.
Yeah, I'll suit up if needed. I'm better than Michael Keane.
And then he'll go get lunch with your parents.
Yes.
Full kit.
Shout out Barcelona for starting the season the correct way.
Lamine Yamal.
3 big points. Lamine Yamal.
That Lamine goal is nasty. Oh, that Richarlison goal. How do we not say that?
Yeah.
Scissor kick.
And then Martinelli tried the same thing and just.
Whip.
I like the attempt.
We don't need to talk about that.
Martinelli didn't like it. As
Up
bad
the
as I
fucking
think it was.
toffees. We
Everyone
bounce back
was
this
talking shit
weekend.
about Martinelli. Anyway, whatever.
I didn't think it was that bad. All right, up the tops, up footy with the boys. Let us know what you think of the new studio. We got more things coming. More thing coming.
Spin that
Maybe just the
outro.
one.
Spin
the
that new
outro.
footy with the boys.
Listen to
Trevor.
the
Like,
outro.
hey, yeah,
I was
man.
gonna say from now on, make sure you're always listening to the outro because it's going to be.
Give me a doobie.
Going to be something. Until next time.
The Arsenal is gooning and Nico just lost his voice. Mike and Flags are crying tears of joy for David Moyes. The USMNT just lost again, but there's no choice. It's ride or die until the end on footy with the